Imagine rising from the gritty streets of Brooklyn, where dreams seemed as distant as the stars, to commanding stages worldwide with a voice that could shatter glass and heal hearts. Stephanie Mills did just that, from a child prodigy belting gospel in church to a Grammy-winning icon whose soulful anthems defined eras. With a net worth of $2 million, built on decades of chart-topping hits, Broadway triumphs, and unwavering resilience, she's a beacon in R&B and theater. But what secrets lie behind her journey from humble beginnings to luxury living? Stick around as we dive into the opulent world of Stephanie Mills, her lavish homes, cherished family, sleek rides, and the path that made it all possible. You won't want to miss this glimpse into true stardom. Early life and challenges. Stephanie Mills was born on March 22, 1957, in Queens, New York, but raised in the bustling, often unforgiving neighborhood of Bedford-Stuyvesant in Brooklyn. As the youngest of 6 children in a working-class family, her early years were marked by the harsh realities of urban poverty in the mid-20th century. Her father, Joseph Mills, worked tirelessly as a city employee, while her mother, Christine Mills, managed the household with a firm hand rooted in Baptist faith. Money was tight, and the family lived in a modest apartment where space was shared and luxuries were non-existent. The socio-economic challenges of the era, racial tensions, limited opportunities for black families, and the lingering effects of post-war economic shifts, created a backdrop of constant struggle. Yet, it was within this environment that Stephanie's remarkable talent began to emerge. Her family's influence was profound, particularly her mother's encouragement to sing gospel at the Cornerstone Baptist Church. Christine instilled in her a sense of discipline and spiritual grounding, teaching Stephanie that perseverance and hope were weapons against adversity. "My mother always said that faith could move mountains," Stephanie has reflected in interviews, crediting her for nurturing a voice that would one day captivate millions. This familial support was crucial as it provided a sanctuary amid the chaos of city life. However, young Stephanie faced significant hurdles that could have derailed her path. Growing up in a neighborhood plagued by crime and limited resources, she encountered bullying from peers who mocked her ambition to perform. At school, she struggled with the distractions of poverty, often prioritizing survival over studies. One poignant challenge came when, at just 9 years old, she auditioned repeatedly for talent shows, facing rejection that tested her resolve. Another trial hit during her teenage years when family financial strains forced her to balance budding performances with helping at home, sometimes missing opportunities due to lack of transportation or support. These experiences built her resilience, turning potential setbacks into fuel for her drive. Despite these obstacles, Stephanie's breakthrough came early. Winning amateur night at the Apollo Theater 6 weeks in a row at age 9 wasn't just a victory, it was a defiance against the odds stacked against her. Her story resonates as one of triumph over systemic barriers where talent and tenacity prevailed. With these early lessons in grit shaping her, Stephanie's career trajectory took off, transforming her from a local sensation to a global star. Let's explore how she navigated the spotlight. Career journey. Stephanie Mills's professional ascent began humbly but exploded with undeniable force. At just 9 years old, she made her Broadway debut in the musical Maggie Flynn in 1968, playing a small role alongside Shirley Jones and Jack Cassidy. This initial foray into theater was a pivotal step, exposing her to the rigors of performance and honing her skills beyond church choirs. By 11, she had signed her first recording contract with Motown Records, though early singles like I Knew It Was Love didn't chart significantly. These nascent efforts laid the groundwork, teaching her the industry's ups and downs. The real turning point arrived in 1974, when, at 17, she landed the lead role of Dorothy in the Broadway production of The Wiz, an all-black retelling of The Wizard of Oz. Her portrayal was electrifying, earning rave reviews for her powerful vocals on songs like Home and Ease On Down the Road. The show ran for over 1,000 performances, catapulting her into stardom and winning her a Tony Award nomination. This milestone not only affirmed her as a theatrical force, but also opened doors to recording deals. Transitioning to music, Stefani signed with 20th Century Fox Records in 1979, releasing What Cha Gonna Do With My Lovin', which became her first major R&B hit, peaking at number 8 on the Billboard R&B chart. This success marked her entry into the soul and disco scenes, blending her gospel roots with contemporary sounds. Her follow-up album, Sweet Sensation, in 1980, spawned the title track that reached number 1 on the R&B charts, solidifying her as a hitmaker. The 80s were her golden era. In 1981, she won a Grammy Award for Best Female R&B Vocal Performance for Never Knew Love Like This Before, a ballad that topped the R&B charts and crossed over to pop, earning gold certification. This accolade was a crowning achievement, validating her artistry amid fierce competition. Albums like Stephanie and I've Got the Cure followed, with tracks such as The Medicine Song and You're Puttin' a Rush on Me, dominating airwaves and generating substantial revenue through sales and tours. By the late 80s, she returned to Broadway in The Wiz revival and explored gospel with Personal Inspirations in 1994, showcasing her versatility. Hits like Something in the Way You Make Me Feel from her 1989 album Home went platinum, adding to her financial success. Over her career, she's released 15 studio albums, amassing sales in the millions and earning American Music Award nominations. In recent years, Stefani has embraced independence, noting in interviews that she's earned more in the last decade as an indie artist than during label days. Milestones include her Verzoos battle with Chaka Khan in 2021, where her live vocals wowed audiences, and her film debut in Lifetime's Pride: A Seven Deadly Sins story in 2023. With over 5 decades in the industry, her achievements, Grammy wins, chart toppers, and cultural impact have built a legacy worth $2 million. From these professional heights, Stefani's lifestyle today reflects the rewards of her hard work. Let's tour her impressive real estate portfolio, starting with her most extravagant properties. Real estates. The Los Angeles Legacy Estate, $2,400,000. Nestled in the exclusive hills of Los Angeles, California, this sprawling estate stands as Stefani's pinnacle of opulence. Acquired after her Grammy win, it serves as her West Coast haven for recording sessions and family gatherings. The interior boasts a grand living area with high ceilings that flood the space with natural light, perfect for hosting intimate concerts or relaxing after tours. A state-of-the-art kitchen, equipped with professional-grade appliances, allows her to indulge in cooking soulful meals inspired by her southern roots. Multiple bedrooms provide ample space for guests, each designed for comfort with plush bedding and ensuite bathrooms featuring spa-like tubs. The home's entertainment wing includes a home theater with reclining seats and surround sound, ideal for screening her favorite films or reviewing performance footage. A dedicated fitness room keeps her in top shape for stage demands, complete with yoga, mats, and cardio equipment. Outdoors, an expansive pool invites refreshing swims under the California sun, bordered by lounge areas for alfresco dining. This property seamlessly blends work and leisure, reflecting Stefani's dynamic life. Moving from the glamour of Los Angeles, her New York residence offers a more cosmopolitan vibe, connecting her to her roots while providing urban sophistication. The New York Haven, $1,800,000. In the heart of upstate New York, away from the city's hustle, sits this mansion that Stefani calls her East Coast retreat. Purchased in the 90s during her Broadway revival era, it's a blend of modern luxury and nostalgic charm. The main living space features an open-concept design where a cozy fireplace anchors gatherings, evoking memories of family holidays. The gourmet kitchen stands out with its island countertop and high-end ovens, facilitating her love for baking traditional recipes passed down from her mother. Bedrooms here emphasize tranquility, with one master suite offering panoramic views that inspire her songwriting. A private office doubles as a creative studio, lined with awards and memorabilia from her career. The outdoor pool, surrounded by manicured gardens, provides a serene spot for summer barbecues or quiet reflection. This home bridges her past and present, offering a peaceful counterpoint to her bustling schedule. As we head south, her North Carolina property rounds out the collection with a touch of Southern hospitality, proving that luxury can be found in varied settings. The North Carolina Sanctuary, $1,200,000. Tucked away in the rolling hills of North Carolina, this villa represents Stephanie's affinity for warmer climates and community ties, bought in the early 2000s as a family-focused escape. The interior highlights a welcoming great room, with comfortable seating arrangements, ideal for storytelling sessions with loved ones. The kitchen, with its double sinks and ample storage, supports her passion for hosting large meals during holidays. Bedrooms are spacious and inviting, with attached baths that include rainfall showers for ultimate relaxation. A home spa area with sauna elements aids in post-performance recovery. Outside, the generous pool area features cabanas for shade, making it a hub for poolside parties. This property embodies her grounded side, prioritizing family bonds over extravagance. These homes collectively illustrate how Stephanie has invested her earnings wisely, creating spaces that nurture her spirit. Beyond real estate, her assets extend to a curated car collection that adds mobility and style to her lifestyle. Car collection. Stephanie Mills's car collection tells a story of evolution, from the thrill of early success to the comfort of established fame. Each vehicle isn't just transportation, it's a chapter in her life, symbolizing milestones like Grammy nights or family road trips. Let's cruise through her top 3, from the priciest to the most accessible, each chosen for its role in her narrative. Starting with the crown jewel, the Porsche Cayenne Turbo, priced at $180,000. Imagine Stephanie gliding through city streets after a late-night studio session, the engine's subtle growl matching the beat of her latest track. This SUV isn't just a vehicle, it's her mobile sanctuary, blending power with elegance for those cross-country tours where she needs space for gear and a touch of adrenaline. It's the kind of ride that turns heads at exclusive events, whispering stories of success with every mile. Stephanie once shared how it handled a spontaneous road trip like a dream, turning ordinary drives into epic adventures that fuel her creative fire. Next up, sliding in at $150,000, is the BMW i7. This electric marvel is Stephanie's go-to for eco-conscious escapes, where silence on the highway lets her hum new melodies without distraction. Picture her pulling up to a high-profile gala, the sleek lines reflecting the spotlight as she steps out with that signature confidence. It's more than transportation. It's a statement of forward-thinking luxury, perfect for zipping between meetings and rehearsals. On one memorable outing, she recounted how its smooth acceleration mirrored the highs of her career peaks, making every journey feel like a victory lap. Finally, rounding out the trio at $100,000, the Lexus LC500 brings a sporty flair to her lineup. This coupe is her playful escape, ideal for weekend getaways where the open road calls. Envision Stephanie cruising coastal highways, the wind carrying echoes of her iconic hits. It's the ride that captures her spirited side, offering just enough thrill without overwhelming the senses. She loves how it handles twists and turns, much like navigating the ups and downs of the entertainment world, turning potential pitfalls into exhilarating rides. These cars aren't mere possessions, they're extensions of her journey, each mile echoing her resilience. Personal life. Stephanie Mills's personal life adds a heartfelt layer to her public image, revealing a woman whose relationships and commitments mirror the depth in her music. Married 3 times, her romantic journey reflects a search for lasting connection amid the demands of stardom. Her first marriage was to Jeffrey Daniel, a member of the soul group Shalimar, in 1980. The ceremony was a vibrant celebration of their shared passion for music, but the union lasted only 3 years, ending in divorce in 1983. Despite the short duration, Stephanie has reflected positively on the experience, noting it helped her grow personally and artistically, inspiring some of her emotive ballads. Her second marriage came in 1989 to Dino Meminger, an actor from New York. This period brought one of her greatest joys, the birth of their son, Farad Mills, on February 19, 2001. Farad, who lives with Down syndrome, has become the center of her world, teaching her profound lessons in patience and unconditional love. "He's my angel," Stephanie has said, emphasizing how motherhood transformed her priorities. The marriage ended after 2 years in 1991, but they maintained a cooperative co-parenting relationship focused on Farad's needs. Now in his mid-20s, Farad is high-functioning, has authored a children's book, and occasionally joins his mother on stage, showcasing their close bond. In 1993, Stephanie wed Michael Saunders, a radio program director, in a private event that highlighted mutual respect and support. Their union lasted 8 years, until 2001, during which she took time away from extensive touring to nurture the relationship and settle in Charlotte. Though it ended in divorce, Stephanie credits it with providing stability during a transitional phase in her career. Today, she remains single, focusing on self-growth and her son, viewing her marriages as chapters that shaped her resilience. She maintains amicable ties with her ex-husbands, prioritizing harmony for family's sake. Controversies have dotted her path, adding authenticity to her persona. Stephanie has been outspoken on industry issues such as the evolution of R&B and her defense of late friend Michael Jackson, whom she dated briefly in her youth. In 2021, during a Verzuz battle, her candid remarks on modern music sparked debate, but she stood firm, later clarifying her intent to honor legacies without diminishing new artists. Another instance involved public scrutiny over her views on celebrity culture, where she emphasized integrity over fame. In each case, she responded with grace, often issuing public statements that turned backlash into opportunities for dialogue, reinforcing her image as unapologetically real. Beyond personal relationships, Stephanie's community involvement radiates warmth and purpose. As an advocate for individuals with Down syndrome, she's actively supported organizations like the National Down Syndrome Society and Special Olympics, participating in fundraisers and awareness campaigns. Her efforts earned her recognition, including honors for promoting inclusion and family support. Rooted in her Baptist faith, she donates to churches and mentors young talents in Brooklyn, giving back to the community that launched her. This philanthropy mirrors the uplifting spirit in her songs, blending vulnerability with strength, income and net worth. Stephanie Mills's financial story is as captivating as her soul-stirring vocals, a testament to decades of talent, tenacity, and smart choices in an unpredictable industry. As of early 2026, her net worth stands at an estimated $2 million, a figure that reflects not just her iconic hits, but a multifaceted career spanning music, theater, and beyond. This valuation, drawn from public earnings reports and industry analyses, accounts for her album sales, live performances, acting roles, and ancillary ventures like merchandise and social media partnerships. While some sources peg it slightly lower at $1.5 million, others align closer to $2 million, considering her ongoing activities and asset appreciation. At 68, Stephanie continues to build on this foundation, proving that true artistry yields lasting rewards. Her primary income streams have evolved over 5 decades, starting with her breakout in theater. Broadway was her launchpad. Starring as Dorothy in The Wiz in 1975, earned her critical acclaim and substantial paychecks from the show's long run. This role alone catapulted her into recording contracts, where music became her golden ticket. Hits like Never Knew Love Like This Before, which won her a Grammy in 1981, generated royalties that still flow today. Her discography, 15 studio albums, including gold-certified releases like What Cha Gonna Do With My Lovin' and Sweet Sensation, has sold millions, contributing royalties estimated in the hundreds of thousands annually. Touring amplifies this. Stephanie's live shows, known for their emotional depth, command ticket prices that add significantly to her earnings. In recent years, appearances like her 2021 Versus, Battle with Chaka Khan, and ongoing concert series have kept her performance income robust, often in the 6 figures per major event. Acting diversifies her portfolio further. Beyond Broadway revivals and originals like Children of Eden, she's ventured into film and TV with roles in Pride, a 7 Deadly Sins story in 2023, and guest spots on classics like The Love Boat. These gigs provide steady residuals, especially from syndicated reruns and streaming deals. Merchandise sales, available on her official website, offer another layer. Fans snap up apparel, albums, and memorabilia tied to her legacy, generating passive income. Social media and endorsements round out her modern revenue. With over 800,000 followers across platforms like Instagram, here I am Stephanie Mills, she earns from sponsorships and branded content. Estimates suggest an annual haul of $147,000 to $201,000 from these digital avenues, calculated via engagement rates, audience size, and ad partnerships. This influencer-style income, while secondary to her artistry, leverages her enduring fan base for collaborations with brands in music, wellness, and advocacy. Recent projects, including potential new music hinted in 2025 interviews, could boost her worth further. Projections for 2026 suggest modest growth, perhaps to $2.5 million, if tours resume post-pandemic fully. Ultimately, Stephanie Mills's wealth mirrors her impact, built on timeless talent, diversified wisely and sustained by passion. It's not billionaire status, but for a self-made icon who started with nothing, it's a symphony of success that inspires. If this peek into Stephanie Mills's world inspired you, hit that like button, subscribe to the Celeb Insider for more exclusive tours and stories, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. What's your favorite Stephanie hit? Drop it in the comments below. We'd love to hear.